Okay, so let me introduce myself. I am the Joint Administrator of Finance of the Universal Service Obligation Fund from the Department of Telecommunications, Ministry of Communication and IT. I'll start by telling you, showing you a small clip about a program that we have launched called Sanchar Shakti, which is ICT skills for women, the members of self-help groups in rural India.
आज महिलाएं स्वयं अपने पैरों पे खड़ी हो रखी है जब से वो समूह से जुड़ी है। रिचार्ज की जो सबसे बड़ी समस्या थी वो मैंने सॉल्व की है। घर में रह के भी हम 2 पैसा कमा रहे हैं, एक का खुद जमा तो गांव में भाई कितना का बनाना एक फोन पर बात हो जाए।
Strength may indeed lie in numbers, but not for millions of women across rural India. They constitute 48% of the population, and yet many of them remain deprived, downtrodden and impoverished. The literacy rate for women is just 46%. Maternal mortality is more than 600 per 1 lakh live births. A lifelong pattern of discrimination, subjugation and economic dependence makes gender equality a distant dream for them. Realizing that sustainable development is not possible without correcting this gender imbalance, the Government of India is working proactively to address gender-based issues. Equality for men and women is a fundamental human right, and ending gender discrimination by the year 2015 is one of the Millennium Development Goals. One of the initiatives in this area is the Sanchar Shakti program, a pilot scheme for mobile value-added services and information and communication technology-related livelihood skills for women's self-help groups. Sanchar Shakti aims at women's empowerment. Launched under the aegis of the Department of Telecom's Universal Service Obligation Fund, or USOF, 7 pilot projects have been initiated across the states of Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Kerala. USOF was set up with retrospective effect from 1st April 2002. Its mandate is to provide India's rural populace affordable access to telecommunication services. As regards gender-based initiatives, in particular, USOF schemes include preferential allocation of subsidized broadband connections to women's self-help groups and the establishment of broadband-enabled rural public service terminals to enable self-help groups to provide banking, financial services and other value-added services to rural consumers.
मेरे को इंडिफाई मशीन बीएसएनएल वालों की तरफ से मिली है, सेल्फ ग्रुप को मिलती है और इससे अच्छी खासी इनकम है। इसमें रेलवे की टिकट, एलआईसी के जो किस्त अपन जमा कराते हैं, मान लो किसी का कोई ऑफिस दूर हो तो वो किस्त यहाँ जमा हो जाती है, टेलीफोन का बिल जमा हो जाता है, बिजली का बिल जमा हो जाता है।
Sanchar Shakti focuses on 4 key areas: providing mobile value-added services, establishing solar-based mobile and CDMA FWT charging centers, rural repair and service centers for handsets, and rural repair and service centers for modems. The mobile VAS projects deliver content mainly through SMS and IVRs. The content seeks to address several clearly defined needs of the target group. These include health issues like preventive care, maternal health, and health insurance. Financial issues like information on deposit and lending rates, agriculture-related issues like weather forecasts and alerts, market price information, and awareness of poultry and cattle diseases and pest control methods, and general issues like education, vocational training, counseling, and awareness of various government programs.
SMS आते हैं हमारा भाषा में और हमें पता चलता है कि आज मंडी में आलू का भाव क्या है, सोयाबीन का भाव क्या है, जिससे बहुत बड़ी सुविधा हमको मिली है।
Another pillar of Sanchar Shakti is the SHG movement. It aims at capacity building of rural women by organizing them into homogeneous support groups that pool common resources to engage in micro-entrepreneurship activities. There are 7 million active SHGs with over 105 million members. The key stakeholders in the program are Department of Telecom USOF, NABARD, mobile service providers, mobile VAS providers, and manufacturers of handsets and modems. Sanchar Shakti seeks to enrich the lives of rural women through the dissemination of information, building of awareness, and the enhancement of livelihood skills.
मेरी बच्ची मुझे ये कहती है मुझे कुछ लेना है और जब मैं उसको लाके देती हूँ तो मुझे बहुत खुशी होती है कि मैं अपनी बच्ची के लिए कुछ कर रही हूँ। अगर दो पैसे अगर दो कोई महिला कमाएगी तो ऑलरेडी उसके घर में बनेगी इज्जत।
The long-term vision is to use the learning experience of the pilot project to encourage scale-up of Sanchar Shakti-like initiatives to a pan-India initiative.
So I think I don't need to tell you much more about Sanchar Shakti. It should be very clear. And the thing about giving women information through ICT is that the information that you have to give them has to be pertinent to their daily lives. There's no point taking an adult woman and then starting her through, ABCD necessarily. There is a lot to be learned through ICT and through information which can enhance their livelihood, enhance their awareness, and to be able to really cope with their daily lives and improve their general feeling of self-confidence and empowerment. Now, this scheme was launched on the 7th of March 2011 itself by Her Excellency the President of India. Right in the beginning of the project, we had identified some challenges which we knew we were going to face because rural women are largely illiterate. Now, one of the things we realized is that the content that we deliver through the mobile phones to these women has to be highly, it has to have a gender-sensitive context. When you're packaging information for a rural woman, you can't do it the same way as you'll do it for an urban person like us. It has to be sensitive, it has to be the way they want it. They are mostly illiterate, so you have to have a lot of voice-based communication. There's a lot of training that is required and to teach them how to use a mobile phone, how to access content on a mobile phone. The other thing is that you can't overload them with information. They have a limited capacity to absorb the knowledge that you're trying to give them. And they should be able to choose what kind of information they want. You should be able to interact with them, talk to them, find out what they want. And they should be able to ask for clarifications all the time. Now, this we had done even before we started the project. And we have actually signed MOUs with 8 different service providers for 8 projects across the country. And when we interact with the self-help groups, for example, this particular self-help group is a self-help group which is engaging in textile work in Uttar Pradesh. And when we spoke to them, we found that the women had never held a mobile phone ever in their lives, and they would just say that the phone is not working. They'll complain. And when you look at the phone, you find that the keypad is locked. So to teach them how to use the phone, to be able to understand and to assimilate the information was a challenge, but it is a very, very fulfilling task for us. Another bunch that we interacted with in Pune, it is the rural areas of Pune. Here the women were more literate and they were so enthusiastic. They had started writing down the SMSs that we are sending them. They had kept a notebook, and we were surprised to see that they had recorded all the SMSs, and it had really helped them. We were giving them information about not only education and government schemes, health, etc., but also about market prices in the related mandis, because they are engaged in agricultural work. And they had really taken to it, and they had really benefited from the price information, and they were happy to tell that we are now dictating to our husbands that no, we will not sell in this mandi, we will sell in that mandi, and that had increased their feeling of self-worth inside their families. Now, the outcomes that we expect is obviously enrichment of the lives of the women through these ICT connectivity and skills. We also want to show all the stakeholders that such projects can succeed and they can be commercially viable. We all know that voice ARPUs or voice tariffs in this country are hitting the rock bottom. All the telecom service providers are looking towards value-added services. We wanted to show them that if you develop content for women, it can be a viable market segment and it can really work. The other projects that we have in the pipeline are women running solar charging centers for mobile phones in villages, or women running repair centers for mobile phones and modems. We are working on these projects, and we hope that these also pick up and we are able to scale them up to a national level. That's what we are really hoping out of this project. We've signed 8 MOUs with major service providers, with self-help groups working in different fields: agriculture, horticulture, livestock rearing, beekeeping. The content is highly customized to the requirements of that particular group of women. It includes market information, skills, training, information on government schemes, education, literacy, everything is included in that. We're giving them the information through voice messages, through SMSs, through IVRS systems, that is integrated voice response systems, toll-free query systems. And our projects also bundle in other things like airtime retail for the women, or they run ICT training centers or solar charging centers. The project details on these slides, which I'm sure will be available to you from the organizers. One of the projects which is very interesting is the one we are doing in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. And I'm happy to say that it is in Thrissur district of Kerala that we'll be doing this project. Now, here the self-help groups who are producing goods in the south of India will be able to market their the goods through self-help groups in North India. You know, so the honey and the handicrafts being produced in Tamil Nadu and Kerala will be marketed by the North Indian self-help groups through a mobile value-added service application. Here you're teaching the women how to use ICT, you're teaching them to improve their livelihood through ICT, and that is extremely empowering. So these are the other projects. All the details of Sanchar Shakti are available on our website at this particular link. Thank you, that's it.